Right, welcome back to the podcast. I'm not gonna dwell on this one. We have got a brand new co-presenter, only for 1 week. It is the infamous G-Stop.
What's happening?
How you doing, pal?
All right, mate. Not so bad.
You're looking well. You've definitely come dressed for the equation.
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 Are you nervous, pal?
Yeah, a little bit. You're making me nervous with your fucking quiff.
Yeah, well, I've just
like Johnny Bravo.
got my haircut Friday and this is how he done it, and I've not worn it like this since he did it. So
What did you ask for? A quiff, Richard?
I don't know. I've just had short back and sides all my life, so I just thought, fuck me, I need to just change my style at least once. Well, no, I had curtains when I was 13. Proper long curtains down to my chin, yeah. And since then it's just short back. Well, a Michael Owen or a Stephen Gerrard. That's what I used to say in my local barbers.
And now what have you gone for?
What?
You gone right? It's like a Gary Barlow.
I don't know, mate. I'm just fucking trying it out.
More like a Ken Barlow. Right.
A few hits before you
we
get
are.
it right.
We are. I'm glad you're in anyway, pal. You're looking well.
Cheers, Pat.
Glad you come back. So, what is the reason you're here?
Because Jordan Hume can't do it. I think I don't really know the full reason.
Do you want me to say the reason?
Yeah, go on.
Basically, Jordan Hume shite at football. Right. So his team and himself are obviously not playing the best. Altrincham got dicked on Monday night.
Oh yeah.
And then Jordan texts saying, I don't think I can do the podcast on Wednesday or Thursday because I can't be seen laughing and joking when I've just been dicked 5-0.
Yeah.
Has he scored this season? Once. I don't think I've never been on a barren spell like that.
Oh, yeah, it's not good. I mean, to be fair on him, I think before I did the podcast, we were playing Altrincham, and I was a lot happier when we drew. We scored the last minute equaliser when I come in to do it, just because it doesn't look good if you've been beat. Yeah. You know, you want to be going into it on a high, and they've not started well, but they're a good team. They'll get it right, and I mean Jordan. To be fair, he's always been an 8-goal a season, man. It's only recently he's been scoring more, so yeah. If he gets his 8, he'll be fine.
8. You'll beat that, won't you, this season?
Fuck it.
Chester are flying, aren't they? Your team's doing all right.
We're
unbeaten up now, aren't you?
Unbeaten, 1-4, won last 3. We've only conceded 5 goals, and 4 of them were own goals. So if we stop sticking in his own fucking net, we'll be fine. I know. Got
a new deal on the table. What do you reckon? Or, well, I don't know. We've actually just been for a couple of beers with our potential guest. Yeah. There's been an offer on the table already, hasn't there?
Yeah, Longridge Town.
Longridge Town, ready for next season.
It's a nice part of the world. I've been there before.
You have, involving a pole dancer, weren't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, fair.
Fair.
She was decent, and then she kind of like, you know, them girls who get comfortable with themselves and stop going on the sunbed, stop getting their hair done and stuff like that. And
put a bit of terry on.
Come on, put a bit of effort in, love.
Yeah.
It's all in filters now, isn't it? You don't even need to do it. But when you see them in the daylight, it's like, yikes.
Gutted. I once met a girl, right, and then we woke up before we went to, actually met her at a nightclub. When we got back to the apartment, obviously you can't see it, but this is how she went to bed. Took her makeup off like that. It was literally about 3 inches thick.
Sometimes it's like a scene from like a massacre or something. You see like horrible eyelashes and chicken fillets everywhere. Like, what has gone on here?
Yeah, girls who put chicken fillets in the bra, and then when you get home, you're like, as if you're not going to know.
Get some implants, love.
Right, anyway, it's brilliant to have you on board for today.
Cheers, pal.
Already you're better than Jordan, but we won't tell him. Hopefully he's not listening.
Oh, you want to?
We miss you, Jordan. Really.
I'm recently single as well, so.
Yeah, go on then. How's your week been?
Well, it's been all right, really. I mean, obviously I got dumped, then I got injured, but then
we cheered you up, invited you on the podcast.
Yeah, there you go.
So you've lost your bird. You've been dumped, so you're single.
And my dick's not grown.
So what's the other one? You're injured. How bad your injury?
No, I think it's just a sprain, but we're going to get a scan on Friday.
Getting a scan.
Get a scan tomorrow, MRI scan, and then we'll find out. Because no one has X-ray vision.
So you're knackered.
Scans do.
So hopefully, this time next week, new knee, new bird, new outlook on life.
Probably still be the same outlook. Like
yeah, probably still. Yeah, doom and gloom. Your body's still fucked. Right, shall we get our guest on?
Yeah, I'm excited for this.
Are you?
Yeah.
So you mentioned him in your podcast. Yeah. Said he was a very ex-manager, very fiery character.
Yeah, I was saying that like all my previous managers. I don't think I played for a manager where we've not been successful. you know, when you used to play against some teams and they get like knobbed every week. That's never happened to me. So they're obviously doing something fucking right, aren't they?
Yeah.
There you go.
So this is an old. I don't mean
Flame.
Lee. I don't mean Jeremy. This is an old manager of yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's invite him in.
Yeah. Mr. Lee Ashcroft, welcome.
Welcome. Okay. Welcome, Lee.
Thanks for having me.
Nice to have you.
Yeah, it's good to speak to you, Ashley.
Why is that?
We've got a good. Had a good chat in the little pub before across the road and stuff.
I've been yawning already, guys. He's only just spoke 2 words. Isn't that boring?
I told you I'm having a bad time, mate. I'm not sleeping. I'm on them night owls. Just taking them one a night.
Why? Because of your no bird situation?
Yeah, just thoughts flying around in my head.
Depression.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, well, anyway, on right notes, Mr. Ashcroft, so...
Welcome. What are you up to now then,
Ex-player,
pal?
ex-manager, still managing?
Yeah, managing Longridge Town and loving it. I've been there 5 years and we've had 2 promotions in the last 3 years and yeah, things are going really, really well.
Nice little part of the world, isn't it, as well? Gaz was saying.
Yeah,
Well, apparently so. He says he's been there doing a bit of damage, but yeah, it's a nice place and it's a growing town and like I said, we're doing all right.
Very good. So is it something that you always wanted to get into?
Players who've probably played with me will probably say that he'd never be a manager, you know.
So I heard you was a bit of a loose cannon when you was a player. That's very...
Put it lightly.
Yeah, put it very lightly, yeah.
Yeah, I've got myself in trouble. You know, you
we
probably
all?
ask me about them and I'll probably tell you a few stories in the next
Hour
or so, or 2 or 3 hours if we've got enough time. But, you know, I've played with some decent managers and learnt a lot off some of them and tried to be like the manager I am today.
So you're originally a Preston lad.
Yeah.
Grew up in Preston, and
Yeah.
it was actually Preston North End is where you
Hometown club.
first started off at, weren't it?
Yeah. And there's a big Preston fan. I used to be on the terraces. And
You just told me you was an Arsenal fan in
well,
the
yeah,
pub.
in the Premier League.
Oh,
Preston
right.
is
Yeah, that's, to be fair,
right.
said,
but you have to have
that's
2 teams.
as a
don't
Burnley
you?
fan,
So-
that's how you be support Burnley, but you also support a team.
Yeah, of course
Well,
you
you
do.
support teams that are against the Man United.
What, so people have a Premiership team
Do you
and they
not?
support? No.
What do you
Tell me
have?
all them Bury
Who do
fans
you
that
support?
supporting Man United.
Man United.
Oh, Christ, I didn't know you supported them.
Yeah,
Anyway,
no.
I grew up being a big Preston fan
Yeah.
on the terraces, and it's every kid's dream to play for your team
Yeah, fucking hell.
you support. And I managed to make me debut when I was 17, and
Right,
I
is that how
loved
young
every
you
minute of
were?
it. Loved every minute of it.
So did you start off as like an academy player, youngish?
Funny enough, I got kicked out of school, believe it or not. And,
Oh, did you?
And in my
What
last
for?
year,
What far? Go on.
a few things I can't remember. I'm a bit
I
older
can't
now, and
remember.
A couple more beers, I'll probably tell you, but.
Yeah.
And Preston said I could go in there as like a under 15 and train with them. But bizarrely enough, you couldn't, as an apprentice, go into the first team's dressing room. It was just
it's a
no-go.
big thing, innit? Yeah, it's a big thing back then.
But why they let me go in? It's unbelievable.
Oh, so you went in as a what? As a under 15?
15-year-old lad, and Brian Mooney, Tony Ellis, people like that took me under the wing, and they used to hide me in the dressing room. So manager John McGrath, who was a scurry man, on a Monday morning team talks, they'd hide me under the towels like that.
Right.
And I didn't give a monkey's me, and he was screaming and shouting, and I started laughing. He went, he's in here again, he's in here again. He'd pull me out the towel, kick me up the arse, and tell me to get out.
And how old were you then?
15, 16.
Meant to
training
be
with
in
the first
school.
team as well,
No,
actually.
I was with like the apprentices at the time.
But do you think that helped you, like,
Oh yeah,
in and
definitely,
around it?
Definitely.
So why were you hiding in the first team dressing room? Just because you got on with them all?
They made me sit there.
They made you do it?
The towels and that. And then they come in, scream and shout, and I'd start laughing. He's in again. And he'd kick me up the arse. Then he'd turn around and say, he's got a chance, him. He's got a chance.
See, like, if you did that now,
I know.
that'd go against you.
Oh yeah, but they used
Like,
to.
people would think you'd be like disrespectful and like he's above his,
No, but they
he's
always
above himself.
Even at Blackburn, they try and test your character and see
Yeah.
if, like, can he handle training with first team? Is he going to shit himself and stuff like that? But obviously,
Yeah.
showing
But
that.
back in the day, they used to do all sorts of apprentices. The first team, you've probably been in the same
Yeah, yeah.
situation. They put, what's it called, polish on their
Boot polish.
on their.
on the cock.
Well, the bollocks were on the gas, and then throw them under the shower, try and drown them, and well, that didn't.
Trying to drown him. Yeah, just a bit of banter.
Yeah, just that normal thing.
Attempted
Yeah.
murder.
Well, let's get-
nowadays they'd be in prison half of these
Yeah,
blokes.
yeah.
I'm telling you now.
Let's get this apprentice in and try and drown him.
But they were good days, you know. And,
Yeah.
and it
So
wasn't like...
who were the first teamers then? Tony Ellis? Because I know
Brian
Tony
Mooney,
Ellis.
my hero.
Right, okay.
Winger at the time, who's an alcoholic. What a player he was. Preston signed him from Liverpool. Went on to have a fantastic career at Preston. Sam Allardyce was in the side at the time. Big
Was
Sam,
there?
yeah.
Ah, fucking quality.
So yeah, and like I said, you have to grow up quick. And before you know, I was in the first team.
So what were Big Sam like then?
Lunatic. He
Was he really?
He took over as a manager for a brief spell when I was there, and I just wish Preston had given him the chance.
Yeah.
They didn't. They brought this idiot in called John Beck.
You pointed at Gaz there.
And then
Brought this idiot in.
Sam went on to manage
I want to be an
Blackpool
assistant, mate.
and had a fantastic career, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when, so obviously you broke through, made your debut at 17.
Yeah.
What league were that in?
I think they're in the Division 2 at the time.
Must have been good that all your family and friends and stuff coming to watch.
Well, the debut were against Bolton at home, big derby, and Phil Brown were right back for Bolton. I was playing wide left, and at that age, I was fast,
Yeah.
but really quick on the plastic. So first time I went...
Oh yeah, because Preston used to be plastic pitch, didn't it?
AstroTurf.
That's it. It wasn't like the 4G now.
Yeah.
It was like concrete, let me tell you.
Sand.
Yeah. So
yeah.
ball come into me, and I knocked it past him. I went right past him quite easily because he was slow, Phil Brown, and whipped it in. And then I went past him on the inside, and he said, "Here, son, go past me again, I'll kick you in the fucking stand." And to be fair, he did. And anyway, he come up to me after the game. He said, "You've got a chance, mate. You're quick, you're bright, and you know."
You're bright.
Yeah, not like.
I'm going to say.
That's good about it though, isn't it? They absolutely just kick 7 bells at you and say, "Fucking hell, you got a chance, Jimmy. Why didn't you just not kick me?"
I must have given you a bit of confidence then, though, at that age.
Yeah, because like I said, I wasn't like I was a pro. I was like playing with mates, and that's it. It was all my career really. I've gone on with everyone I've ever played with, and had a crack.
So was you more of a winger
At the start,
throughout your career?
At the start,
Wing
and
turbo.
then eventually,
Wing
then
turbo.
end up in the centre forward,
Right.
like you.
Well, not like me. I were.
Was it better than you?
No, you fuck.
Yeah, fuck.
So how long did you? How long were you there then? Your first spell?
Preston, I loved it. Like I said, I'd never ever wanted to come play for anyone else. And then a manager called John. I might say what I want on here.
Yeah, say what you want.
Then a manager called John Beck came in, and
What was he like?
Horrendous.
we know you're not a big fan of his.
Yeah.
Go on, tell us why.
No, to be fair, we had a plastic pitch, and he come from Cambridge, who were renowned for long ball tactics.
Yeah.
His first day at training, he come in and he had a tactics board up, and in the middle of the thing, it was Heartbreak Hotel. I'm like, what the fucking hell's Heartbreak Hotel? You weren't allowed to play in the middle of the pitch. All you had to do was hook things into the corners, and that wasn't me. I was a footballer, you know.
Yeah, stop match street,
You 5'4".
5'4". I'm not a dwarf. 5'10", he says, not 5'4".
5'9" Wikipedia.
Oh, that'll do.
I'll give you an inch.
All right, thanks, pal.
So nothing.
Wish
in
I
the,
could have
nothing,
another.
nothing in
That's
the
just like
middle.
what you-
Nothing.
That, you need another inch, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah, fuck goofy.
Anyway, so fell out with him straight away and didn't like the way he was going about his business. Should I say it?
You can say it.
Yeah.
So
what happened on the training pitch then?
Yeah, so
let's get down to the nitty gritty.
We're playing the 5-a-side, and he was on my team this one certain day. And
What, the manager was on your team?
join
What,
in.
he used to join in?
He was a good footballer.
Was he?
Yeah, but his tactics were horrendous. So anyway, we're playing away, and I went to shoot, and instead of passing to him, he had to go to me. So red miss set in, and I flew at him like a bull in a china shop, and I went to probably headbutt him if I'm totally honest. And Tony Ellis come out of nowhere, hit me like an American footballer, and got me.
You tried to headbutt the manager.
Yeah, you know what I mean? silly boy at the time.
Yeah.
So he saved me from that experience. So then pre-season, we played.
Like, was you? I'd have thought you'd been sacked on the spot.
Well, should
No, if it had headbutted him,
yeah,
I
didn't.
Right.
So we got away with that one. And then we're away at Wigan pre-season. I needed away from this bloke because he was doing my nuts.
Yeah.
And at the time, a lot of clubs were into me. You know, a lot of clubs were watching me. And 20 minutes in this friendly.
How old are you, by the way? 19-ish?
19.
Yeah, 19, okay.
Probably met a lunatic at that age.
Right.
I've not hooked a ball on. After 20 minutes, substitute comes up, number 8. Who's holding the board up? John Beck. Now, usually in every other scenario, the physio or one of the coaches or so he's doing it because he knows all the scouts. So
looking smug as fuck.
Yeah. Number 8, and off I come after 27 minutes. I thought,
that's a killer.
What can I do?
Yeah, as any footballer knows, there's nothing. Being subbed after 27 minutes is bad enough. Yeah, the only thing that's worse is being a sub.
Yeah,
innit?
Well,
being a
it comes
sub.
close.
It comes very close.
The manager holding it up.
Yeah.
And the manager,
Smiley, can you imagine Pep doing it?
Come
on, son.
You shit, come on.
Yeah,
come on.
Bad enough.
So I thought, what can I do? I can't punch him. I can't.
No, you can't physically.
So, and I'm embarrassed to say this, and I lobbed, spattered him.
You spat in his face?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I looked over.
No way.
The Wigan bench.
So wait. So he's holding the board up.
Yeah, it's an unbelievable shot, by the way.
Yeah. So
he went close range.
His head's in between his arms. You walk towards him.
Beautiful.
And just gobbed in his face.
It was bullseye. No,
Oh wow.
Was
it a greenie as well?
No, I didn't have a cold.
Oh, was it?
It might have been yellowish. Anyway, so I've looked at the Wigan bench. They've gone.
Yeah, that's just never done, is it?
No, so I thought that's me.
Yeah.
Get in my car and away I went.
So when you've got in the car, are you thinking I'm sacked?
I just thought, that's me done.
Go somewhere else.
Done.
That's me done. So anyway,
it's not as easy as that, though, is it?
Didn't hear it. A couple of my mates from the team said he's coming after the game in the dressing room and said, "I've never seen anything what he's done to me. I'll have to think about what I'm going to do." And obviously, I was worth a bit of money then.
Yeah.
So they were never going to sack me.
Right.
So I come in training the next day and I started the season with them. But before you know it, I was sold to West Brom.
You've gone to West Brom for quite a big sum of money, haven't you? You've gone to West Brom, it says, for 250 grand, which, we're talking, 40, 50 years ago?
Yeah.
It's like,
Cheers, Gaz.
It's like 100 million now,
It's like Ronaldo money, that now.
I wish I had his wages.
Yeah. No, but 250 grand then, though, is a lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of money. It actually says, I think it was, 250 grand. So, obviously, you got big move to West Brom. Were they league above?
They were like in the equivalent of the championship.
Yeah.
big.
Yeah, and they'd just gone up themselves, and honestly, the crowd there, the fans there, were unbelievable.
Right.
And obviously struggled when I first went there.
Struggled with what? Just new environment, new team?
I've never ever left Preston in my life, you know what I mean? I'm living in a bed sitting, a rough area in Birmingham called Answorth Wood, where the owners were alcoholics. Yeah, so
brilliant.
Yeah. But I'd never drunk before then. The gospel truth, I turned, and the Keith Birkinshaw manager, he'd won the European Cup with Tottenham, and his assistant with Dennis Mortimer.
Right.
So I thought, I'm going to learn something off here, and I learned absolutely jack shite.
Really?
They couldn't handle me. I was a bit of a, like I said, a bit of a lunatic back then.
So what? In what ways though? What just?
I thought I'd go there. They'd improve me as a player, which never happened. And like I said, I struggled for the first 6 months. Couldn't get inside.
What ways were you a lunatic? Going out or?
No, not really, because I never drank. And then he introduced me. He'll look after you. The first training session, Simon Garner was playing for West Brom.
Yeah.
You'll know him, a local lad from round here.
Yeah.
So Simon Garner and a local goalkeeper called Stuart Naylor, they'll look after you. I said, oh, that's brilliant. Trained the first session with them, and they said, right, we're off to HQ. I said, what the fuck hell's HQ? So I followed him in car. HQ was obviously a boozer, it's a coalfield.
Yeah.
10 pints later, he said, are you right to drive? I said, I'll have to be. And I followed him and went back to the hotel, and that's the way it was for. It was a drinking club, was West Brom. When
Is Simon Garner the one who played for Blackburn?
Yeah, a lot of goals.
He's like their top goal scorer ever, isn't he?
Yeah. So then obviously I struggled that season, never played a lot. And then back end of the season.
So did you get roped into that drinking culture then?
Because that's what it was.
Was
that every day or 2 or 3 times a week after training?
Every day.
Every day, straight to a HQ.
Yes.
8 to 10 pints and then back to hotel.
Yeah.
Actually, the rumours when Blackburn won Premier League, I think Burnley just got relegated, and the rumours that Simon Garner privately flew a plane over saying Burnley down forever or something like that.
Hey, I was on that game. I was on
Didn't
that
see
game,
it.
yeah, and they sent a plane over, staying down. It was a number 4, weren't it? Because it was Division 4
Right.
forever.
Someone said they zoomed in with telescope and could see him there with all goggles on in a Messerschmitt, like just flying on with scarf, Blackburn scarf. Oh, that's just a Burnley rumour.
It must be a Burnley rumour.
So that was
Every
like I
night
said.
a week.
So back end of that season, I actually got back inside, and I scored the winner away at Portsmouth that kept them up.
Oh, quality.
Right.
And obviously from then the Peggy fans loved me. They called me Peggy. So
Called you what?
Peggy.
Why?
I don't know why. There's an actress called Peggy Ashcroft apparently. So that's what they called me.
It might have been Peggy Mitchell. I was thinking.
Well, I look like her.
I don't know.
So then, after that, I come back pre-season, the second season, and got myself fit. And wasn't in the side, he didn't like me. They were struggling. And he got the sack, actually, Keith Birkinshaw.
Right.
Just come back for injury. And this story's not a bad one, to be fair.
Okay.
So we were out.
I'm ready.
Right, you ready? I was playing at reserves at West Brom. And we're playing against Grimsby reserves.
Yeah.
One cold, I think it was October night, at the Hawthorns. And we didn't have a manager, like I said. So this night the game kicks off, we're playing away. And about 20 minutes in, one of the players from Grimsby spits at me. Right in my face.
Oh,
There's
who
nothing
would
worse.
spit?
I know.
Do you know what I mean? Who would spit?
I know, nothing
Who was
worse.
Who was it? John Beck's son.
No.
Right, get him back.
Right. So what happened then? I thought I can't get him back straight away because, like I said,
Yeah.
So I hit him with the worst tackle I've ever fucking seen. Honestly, mate.
You bide
I
your
hit him
time.
just below the arse cheek, and he went right down to Achilles. Well, right down to the floor. Went down like a sack of shit. No way. I didn't get no free kick,
Nothing.
no yellow or red card. It wasn't till like half time.
It wasn't.
It was, yeah. I've hit him, honestly. How he got up, I never know. So I quickly darted into the changing room. And I come out second half. I didn't think anything. Lad weren't there. He never come back on pitch. Carried on playing. So after the game, reserve manager says, right lads, there's going to be a new manager announced tomorrow at 10 a.m. And like you did after every reserve game, you went out at
Yeah, a few beers.
Yeah, I ended up back in hotel room about 6 in the morning. I've got to be there at 10 o'clock. Rough as hell. I was last in. And it's like a horseshoe dressing room there. Last in. Chairman coming, right, the new manager of West Brom Albion is Alan Buckley. Now, Alan Buckley was the Grimsby Town manager who was in charge of the reserves. So he shook everyone by hands, went round and he comes to me, grabs him by hand. He went, the chairman went, Lee Ashcroft, he went, oh yeah, pleased to meet you, grip him hand. He went, oh, nice to meet you. He said, just to let you know, my son's leg's not broke, just badly fucked. That was all his son's lad had done in tunnel. So anyway, he said, come where we have to training. So I trained and I knocked on the door. Went in, he went, I fucking love all that. You'll do
brilliant.
for me.
Did
and
he?
we got off on a
That's
on a
quality,
great
that.
foot. Then he obviously signed me and other clubs in, but he was a great manager.
Yeah.
Buckley.
Well, how was he great?
Just knew how to handle
Yeah.
me and fucking the way he plays football and
I tell you what, that could have gone so wrong.
look, what
Couldn't it?
happened to me, mate?
Fucking hell.
You sometimes get stuff like that. Though. I think
Yeah.
Andy
It's
Pater
just-
might have mentioned like some managers come in and it's someone who don't like him and he's
yeah.
like, oh, don't
That's
worry,
what it is, isn't
don't
it?
worry, it's all bygones be bygones.
Yeah, but
but
it's not really.
then you end up on transfer fucking list a week
Yeah.
later.
It's not really.
That's fucking quality. That.
Well, it's a-
Did you ever meet his son, Asher?
No, never.
Did you know?
No, but with him, he come in, Alan Buckley, he was brilliant. That's the way I try to have my teams playing now,
Yeah.
playing
Right.
football on the floor.
So what did you learn off him then that you take into being a manager
Just-
now? Just how to
Football.
manage different
Yeah, and
kind of
also he was
players.
a good man management.
Right.
He knew he could never ever boll at me in front of lads or I'll erupt.
Right.
You know, he's always an arm round me and give me a bollock in the dressing room.
Yeah.
Which I
When you was
prefer.
on your
It's
own,
like-
away from your peers kind of thing.
So you got to treat everyone the same, but not everyone fairly, but not everyone the same.
So he could lose his rag.
I think people don't like sometimes realise like they think like obviously Alex Ferguson, Sir Alex, I say.
Who's that?
Like I'm not saying that
Alex-
I'm not saying he was the best manager ever, or like he's like tactically he was the best manager ever because he wasn't. I think he openly admitted he wasn't. But what he was that everybody says that he was the best man manager.
That's it, yeah.
He managed every player
Yeah.
individually, and I think that's a massive part
of
of
course.
being
That's
a
what you have
manager.
to do.
Just getting the best out of your players. Don't have to be tactical genius.
No.
You know what I mean? It's like saying, and especially at lower levels, especially
That's
like
even
non-league.
better now.
Yeah.
You have to do that.
You have
You've
to,
got
don't
try
you?
it. like I've managed you guys, and you know I used to be like 7-8 years ago.
Yeah,
if I did that now, they'd never turn up again.
Yeah, that's
So
it.
how did you manage Gaz? What was he like?
Can I tell you the first time I met him?
Yeah, go on, tell me.
Right, no, this is true, guys.
Yeah,
You'll
leaked time away, but you
there
tell
you go. There you go.
I remember all fucking
I've signed
shit
him from a team in America, so you've got to go through all the right avenues to sign him. What's it called?
It was $16 it cost.
Yeah, international clearance.
Did it?
Yeah.
But I've done handed the money back.
I always do research on players. So I rung Renault up because he had him at Clitheroe. I said, "What's Gaz like?" He said, "Great lad, great player, bit of a big time Charlie."
The snaking bastard, by
Listen,
the way.
Big time
Never
bastard.
saw. Hey, Renault, fucking.
Right?
I'll tell you what.
You'll have to hit him early. I said, "Oh, don't worry about that. I'll sort that." We turn up at League Town. It's a bit of a summer's day. Lads have all got trackies on and up gear on.
Looking smart,
looking beautiful.
professional, as you do.
And I look, this clown has turned up with flip-flops, near enough, small underpants, I'll call them.
You know, them tight
Skinny
shorts.
Listen,
Festival shorts.
Had you rolled your shorts up?
No, it was a red t-shirt, but
it was a vest.
it was a red t-shirt, actually.
Bollocks. It was a
But
Gaz,
the shorts, like years ago, you get them big tight shorts for festivals and stuff.
Yeah.
I think I just come from a festival off me.
Oh, brilliant. Thanks
Off
for
me
that.
So I put them on, but I'm thinking, I don't have a tracksuit. Anyway, go on.
Go on then. So he sat in dressing room, I thought, and I said to Jimbo, my goalkeeping coach, I'm going to rock it him here. Watch this. I've got a dressing room.
To get a bit of like
So I've got to know
superiority.
that. I said, before we start, lads, it's a big game. I said, before we start, what the fucking hell have you come as? I said, you look like a big time Charlie just off the beach from blooming wherever you've been.
What did you do, Gaz?
I fuck you up. What the fuck's going on here?
You shit your pants.
But I'll tell you now, what a player. And what a great lad to manage.
I went outside and they're all going, don't worry about a couple of old heads. What we call the full back, left back. Bernie, yeah, he's like, don't worry, mate. Like, you know, you'll be fine. Just make sure you play well. I'm thinking, fuck it, I'm gonna have to now. If I don't, I'm fucked off.
But fair play to you. You were fantastic.
How old were you then?
24. We said
24. Bloody hell.
24.
Not bad though. Not bad.
Just come right at the end of my major partying scene, going into a different chapter. Just
Yeah, we
steady partying.
talked about that earlier, and I said, oh, because obviously Gaz is a mega fitness guy, innit?
Yeah, fit lad.
And I said, oh, you must have been at your peak then at 24 when you come, and he went, not really. I was going through my partying days at them.
Honestly, you wouldn't have known because he come in and he was a different class, mate.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure to manage him, to be honest.
All right, actually.
Well, no, I have to tell the truth.
Cheers, mate.
So, a bit of a turnabout then. Obviously, Buckley's come from Grimsby.
Yeah.
He's now become your manager after you
Yeah.
twatted his lad in the tunnel, basically.
Yeah.
But then you end up going to Grimsby.
Oh, after Preston.
For a record
Yeah.
500 grand.
No, 450, I think. Well, in between, there's a few stories.
£500,000.
So Alan Buckley, I tried to emulate him as a manager, and he used to lose his rag, so it's all his fault for why I've been in the past.
Yeah, of course.
And he was, when he went mad, he used to go like a purple, like a beetroot. And we once playing a game. This is before I went back to Preston. It was snowing before a game. Lads used to come in. We went in for a walk.
Pre-season game then?
No, it was no. February time may have been. I don't know when it snows. But we had a home game at night. But he brought us in for a bit of a warm down, just near the ground. And there was a pitch inspection. He said, right, no one walk about on the thing. I don't want anyone sliding in. Blah blah blah. No snowballs, no fuck up. He said, right, I'm going now to check if the pitch is going to be passed. Right. And so one of the lads, Bob Taylor, said, I dare you. So what do you mean? And he gave me this snowball. And he was a perfect round snowball, like a cricket ball. And
spent a bit of time on it.
He must have been about 30 metres away with Buckley. He went, go on. I thought, should I? Honestly.
Should I? Why did you? How did you have to think about it?
But I did it.
Should I? As my manager.
I threw it. And it was like someone had a remote control. Because
self-guarded.
It was unbelievable how I hit him on the... Whose ball was Alan?
His ball?
Yeah. It looked like Richard De Courcy.
Business up top party on the back.
And it hit him plumb up back at head. I thought, holy shit.
Holy shit.
Snow went either down and he turned round, purple as you could be, who the fucking hell threw that? And I thought, and he's running, I thought, he'll kill someone. I thought, I am no way admitting to this. And he went, no, I said, don't know. Anyway, he come in, and no one admitted to it. He said, right,
no one grassed you up.
If this game's off, I'm running the absolute spuds off you up the hills. Anyway, game off, up the hills we go. And on the bus he said, if no one admits to this, you're not having a day off tomorrow. So I thought, I'm going to have to go in.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go in.
Good solidarity back group, even though fruit running and that, but then...
So we run the nuts off us like he did. I thought, I had a shower, I thought, I'm going to have to go and do it. Come in. I opened it, he went, I fucking knew it. Tell the lads I'll see them Thursday. I fucking knew it. So to be fair, he knew what I was like and that.
Oh, quality. That's brilliant, that.
Yeah, so yeah, that was...
I fucking knew.
I fucking knew it. Ashcroft.
Probably didn't even look up, just like... You can tell that knock.
Yeah.
Right,
That's him knocking.
It's like that naughty kid at school, isn't it? Headmaster's office.
I was watching that at all.
Yeah, it's never as bad as you think it's going to happen when you're getting done.
Oh my God.
Where's Grimsby? It's like...
Yeah, Grimsby miles away.
Yeah, is that where Linny played for?
Yeah, it's near Seaside, isn't it?
Yeah, you been there?
No, I've never been, but like one of the lads who've been on podcast, Linny, apparently tell the story about it.
Loves Grimsby.
Oh yeah,
He's been getting like death threats. He's been getting death threats.
He's been hammered off Grimsby.
Has he?
Yeah, hammered. The fans fucking hammered him. To be fair though, one of his quotes were, we turned up at training once, we'd had like 6 cans of Foster's, which is fucking terrible because I fucking hate Foster's. We're so but it was obviously just a joke.
Yeah, and he got battered.
But he got fucking battered because
they
they got relegated that season. Yeah. So I think it took him about 8 years to get back into the league. So he got some right hammer. Well deserved, if I must admit.
Yeah.
We once had a game called off. It was like we had a really bad winter, and we had about 5 games on the trot called off, and it were a Boxing Day. So we turned up to the game, and you know when it's been like snowing and freezing for a bit, you know it's going to be off.
Everywhere, isn't there?
You know it's going to be off. So like Christmas Day, I'd had a really good drink, like with my mates and my family. I was like steamboat, and that because I knew it was going to be off. So I drove to the ground on Boxing Day, and I couldn't get anywhere near the ground, like about
where were you
a
playing
mile.
at the time?
Kettering.
All right.
So it was when I was just coming back from injury. Like we full time, we'd just gone to 4th round at FA Cup, and so I parked at this pub called the Bees, the Beehive. Anyway,
left Gazzy's head.
Yeah. So I'd left my car there, and then I walked about a mile to the ground. Inevitable, lads, game off, see you Monday morning. It's like fucking brilliant.
Thank God.
And it was battering down with snow. Walk back to the pub. I couldn't move my car. It had snowed that much. Right. So I thought, fucking hell. So I went inside, and there was a big like log fire. So I sat down in front of it, and this guy was sat across from me, and he's like, hey, I was like, pardon? He's like, hey, I was like, fucking hell, mate, I'm from Burnley, I don't understand a word you're saying. He's like, drop here. I was like, yeah, I'll have a beer. I ended up having about fucking 20 beers with this guy. Right, we sat round this fire. He was telling me, I can't repeat the stories. Like it was everyone illegal. I was thinking, this guy's fucking crazy.
He was a
jippo, yeah. Right? My mate come to meet me, and he was like, "What are you doing talking to this guy?" I was like, "Who is he?" He's John Rooney. I was like, "Who the fuck's John Rooney?" He was like, "The biggest fucking psychotic fucking gypsy guy." Anyway, as we're going, he's going, I'll meet you tomorrow. I like you. We'll meet you tomorrow. Come by my place. I'm like, where's your place? Fucking caravan park. He's like, come and meet me. Yeah, I did. We're having a big fucking family Christmas do. I turned up. There must have been 40 of us in this fucking 2-berth caravan. Oh, mate, it was brilliant. Good man. Yeah, we must have had about 6 games called off, and I had about a month off just
with him.
Yeah, with him. With the gypsies.
Good man.
Fucking brilliant though.
Go on then. Where
did I go next?
Yeah. So after that, you went to Grimsby.
Oh, brilliant! Right, this is a good story. This one. First day there, he signs me, introduces me.
Who's manager?
Alan
Who signed
Buckley.
you?
Alan Buckley's re-signed me.
So Alan Buckley's gone back to Grimsby.
I left. In between West Brom and Grimsby, I've gone back to Preston.
Oh yeah, it says loan. You on loan?
Yeah, I went on loan first. Then Gary Peters re-signed me, and what a bloke he were.
Yeah.
Talk about man managing.
Oh
and
yeah, you've
working
gone
hard.
back to Preston for 150 grand.
Yeah, and he was brilliant. And I
Some
loved the
cash
time
flying
back
around.
there.
It's some cash flying around for someone who's up to now scored 3 goals.
Now, you know that's wrong said. If I get a chance, I stick it away. Look. Anyway, so I've gone back there. I've gone back to Preston under Gary Peters, and what a guy he was. I love playing for him. Obviously, back at the team I love, and it went well, and I started playing well. Then he pulled me in the office one Wednesday. One Wednesday, yeah. He said, "I'm going to sign someone that's going to play up front with you." I said, "Oh, brilliant." He said, "A lad called Kurt Norgan. He was at Burnley at the time."
Okay, Nogan, yeah.
And he said, "Do us a favour, pick him up from the train station on Thursday. He's been done for drink driving." I thought, "Oh, this will go down well, won't it?" So
Me and
anyway,
him could be mates.
yes, well,
You were about the legend, him.
I
until-
picked him up
legend, yeah.
from the train station, and you know when you just get on with someone.
Yeah.
It's only about 3 mile drive, but talk about having a laugh.
He had a
3
great
mile.
tan, didn't he, Asher?
Just great lad.
Yeah, top lad.
He had a permatan. Yeah,
Like Mowgli. We called him.
Yeah, Mowgli.
So anyway, we trained the first session on the Thursday, and we were playing up front together. Everything clicked.
Yeah.
1-2s, little overs and all that.
Oh, yeah.
And we were brilliant.
Yeah.
Calling York.
Yeah, all that. So anyway, Thursday after training, he says, "I'll take us back to the hotel." So I took him back to the hotel, right next to Preston bus station. He said, "Are we having one?" I said, "Go on, son." And he can drink this, lad. Trust me,
Is
he
he
can
good?
drink. Oh. So
It's
Thin as a rake as well.
Is he in A team?
Oh yeah, up there.
Yeah, brilliant.
Honestly. So pint, but every time you have a pint, you have to have a brandy. So this is about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So come 8 and 9 o'clock, I'm unconscious in his hotel room. I said, "We're going to have to go back to training."
You didn't have your pants on back to front, did you? This isn't another story.
No. Oh, that's another one. Anyway, so good training Friday, and we were absolutely fucking useless. So he pulls us in, Gary. He said, "I know what you two have been doing. Gospel truth, I know what you two have been doing." I said, "What have we been doing?" He said, "I know you've been on the piss." I said, "Yeah, all right, Gaffer, we'll hold our hands up." He turned up Saturday, and he was unplayable, him. He was one of them players. He could drink all week and just turn it on, and he could finish.
And what were you? Were you still crap? Still on goal?
Sweating like mad. But to be fair, we did all right, and obviously he got his goals, and he should have gone on to have a better career than he did.
Yeah, where did he go after Preston? Yeah?
But then David Moyes was still playing with us then, and Gary got the sack, and Moyes come in back end of that season. We were in trouble, Preston. And he said, "If you get me the goals," he pulled me in my offer, "you get me the goals to keep me up, I'll look after you in summer." This is David Moyes, who's obviously gone on to
Yeah.
shit player, but decent manager. So he said, "And by the way, you and Kurt can't." He pulled us both. He said, "On a Thursday night, you and him can't go out drinking anymore." I said, "All right, boss." We come out of the office and Kurt went, "Where are we going then?" So yeah, we did all right and got him. Obviously stayed up. And
So Moyes did become the manager then, was he?
Yeah, offered me a new deal in summer. I
Did
signed it, and we had a what they call now, director of football, whatever they called. He's at Stoke now. I should be able to remember his name because I didn't buy it throat about 10 minutes later. Offered me a new deal, signed it.
Yeah.
And I was happy, and then he just lied to me about my new deal, didn't give me the money he said he was going to do. So I had him by the throat in his office.
Who?
Tony Scholes, he were called.
Oh, this director of football.
Yeah, as Moisey walked in, he went, "Ashy, put him down." I said, "Only if he tells me the truth." Anyway, obviously I had to go then, and obviously Alan coming for me at Grimsby when I went there.
What's it like
what
having
a
a
shame
manager
that
you
is.
used to play with recently?
Moisey were
Have
absolutely
they got to be
brilliant.
different? You have to change, don't you?
Yeah, but he was
you had that, didn't
brilliant, Moisey, as a manager. Honestly,
Yeah.
he's training.
In what way?
He was just better than anything I'd had.
He seems like a guy who doesn't let anything, any stone
very
unturned.
professional, very professional, and obviously he was learning his trade at Preston, and then obviously went on to Everton. And
was that his first job?
Yeah, Preston.
First ever job at Preston.
Yeah, they got promoted the year, but they won it.
Yeah, when I left.
When
I
won
left.
it. And Burnley come
So
second,
you
I
left
think.
and got promoted.
Yeah, and then I went back to play with Alan at Grimsby.
So Alan Buckley's gone to Grimsby at the time, and he's
that's
bought. So you've tell you what, You hadn't half have some luck. So you've pelted him with a snowball.
Yeah.
A year and a bit
plenty
before.
more, but carry on, Gaz.
and then he's bought you for £500,000.
Yeah, well, 450 I think it was. I didn't get any of that.
Don't play yourself down. Say £500,000.
All right, £500,000.
£500,000. Sounds better, doesn't it?
5'10", £500,000.
Yeah,
that's not 5'9".
Yeah, do you not get like who gets all the just the club gets the fee now because obviously agents' fees and sign.
Obviously, I never ever had an agent in my career.
No,
so I used to just go and obviously most of the time when I had to move, I was in trouble. I had to get out of a place.
So would you have to negotiate yourself then?
Yeah, I knew you.
So how did you feel about that? Being a player and having to sit with a manager and negotiate a deal?
Getting screwed over.
I suppose it's a lot different now, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I'd have probably maybe set a few quid.
Not a cheeky bastard like you shut heads in there because then obviously if you're saying certain things to
You'd
manager, you don't want to say certain
Exactly.
things because you look like a dick.
Yeah.
If I'd have been your agent, you'd have.
I've always signed with someone I know. Thanks,
You've had some real cash.
Cheers, pal. I've done my best gear on today for you.
You look smart, mate.
Time
to fuck off.
So anyway, I signed for Grimsby for all this money, right?
Yeah, £500,000. Just mention it again.
Yeah, right. And I'd known a few of the players, and obviously the obviously new manager who knew I'd been to a fucking lunatic.
Yeah.
But fair play, he signed me. So he's introduced me to lads they played on the, let me get this right, the Sunday on telly. I wasn't able to play because the deal hadn't gone through.
So had you signed? What, you signed in the January or something?
No, it was just before
the season. Right, okay.
The first game I couldn't play. They just gone up actually, Grimsby, into Championship. So Monday they come in for a bit of a loosener. So he's introduced me and he went, and we're signing the lunatic. He called me the lunatic, did Alan. I said, fucking hell, Gaffer, he said 450 grand's with the lunatic. Bit of a crap with him because I could. Blah, blah, blah. So I've only warmed up with him on the Monday. Tuesday, day off, right? They're going to market races.
Oh, God.
So there's 7 of us.
Bonding session.
Yeah, you need that though.
So I thought, happy days, here we go. So I've turned up with Crater Stella me. Bus left at 10:30 to Market Rasen. It's not a bad story, this, to be fair. So we're on the way to Market Rasen with cans going. We shouldn't be drinking this much. This is a couple of us. I said, I'll crack on. Kurt and Organ's brother's on the bus, Lee Organ. Totally fucking different to Kurt. So I'm trying to throw a beer down him. Kurt had fucking sunk him, he was like sipping it. So he gets to Market Rasen, probably 3 or 4 cans in. Through the gate, the first person we bump into is Derek Thompson, who's like the racing guru, isn't he? Thompson Racing. So I shout, Tomo! Like that. I don't know him. Anyway, he's come over to us. He went, right, like that. We're from Grimsby Town, and he tips. He said, Adrian Maguire sent an horse over from Ireland in last. Certainty, fucking certainty. I mean, happy days. Let's fill our boots. So we crack on. Pint to race, little brandy here, pint to race. It comes to the lucky last. This horse that couldn't get beat, and they're off. And it was plain to see quite early that this horse couldn't fucking win.
No, how much you put on it?
Well, as for the boots, what I mean. I don't know what I'd on it. A few quid. He certainly weren't going to win. So we're out there absolutely fucking fuming, come out the races, and Derek Thompson's doing a live radio. So that's it. He got absolutely assaulted.
He got swilling.
Yeah, he should fucking shut a drink on him.
Back on bus, a few of the lads are pissing outside minibus on the way back. Fucking people are looking back into a village called Caistor. Anyway,
near Grimsby.
Yeah, near Grimsby that way on. We're all steaming by this point.
Yeah.
Come off the minibus, and one of the lads is an old bloke walking there with a stick and a hat. It's not looking good. They nicked his hat and his stick. Like you do before we're playing pool with his stick. Someone's got his hat on his head.
Brilliant.
And we're playing killer pool for a pint of sherry. Every time
playing pool with his fucking walking stick.
Things you do,
mate. When you've had a few beers, that's what happens.
Brilliant. So before you know it, if you lose a shot, it's two fingers sherry.
Yeah.
Anyway, 2 done. I lost a shot. I thought, fuck it. Did the fucking fine. That's the last thing I remember.
Really?
Went into training the Wednesday, and everyone's like on like tours. Buckley's not happy. I thought, he's not fucking happy. He comes in dressing room and he went, the case to 7 in my fucking office now. Bright red.
The 7. It's like the Magnificent 7.
All 7 of you called into the office.
We're in his office and he's sat there like I am now, and there's 7 is lined up, and I'm on the end there, and he starts off, you're the club captain. blah, 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 you should know better, blah, blah, blah. Goes down the line, you let the club down, blah, blah, comes to me at the end, and fucking you've been in the county less than 24 hours, and police are knocking at my fucking I knew I shouldn't have signed you.
Right, pal. Seeing as you're the guest, we've treated you to a couple of beers from our sponsors, which is beer52.com/trials. What are you thinking?
Well, I like a beer.
You like a beer?
Everyone knows that. Well, I've just had this Dream Factory, very, very nice.
Dream Factory, have a look. Dream Factory Pale Ale.
Very, very nice. Went down well.
But the offer is, so anybody who listens to I Had Trials, they can sign up for this, and they literally get 25 quid's worth of beer with snacks as well for the postage, which is like four quid or something.
All I can say is definitely do it, because it's really nice stuff. I'm going to order it now for my football club.
So you're going to get it in for the lads?
100%.
Oh, good lad.
Because we have a decent bar there, and a lot of people are actually coming through the gate at the moment, and they'll be dead impressed with this, because it does go down well.
Imagine if you got that every month.
Oh, happy days.
Cost you 25 quid or whatever.
And you'll be able to make profit on that.
Oh yeah, it makes a right profit. So, but it's good. It's good beer as well, isn't it?
It goes down well.
Good lad.
So I might crack another.
Get yourself another, pal. So beer52.com/trials. Get yourself signed up. So you've ended up 24 hours on a line out, a line up, should I say?
Yeah.
In trouble with the police.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of a recurring theme here.
What's that, Gas?
Grimsby keeps signing alcoholics.
Well, no, but listen, I had a good time there, and enjoyed my time there, to be fair.
You scored. What's the time like?
3 goals. What?
Good time, good people.
Good time,
You actually had your best scoring.
Yeah, I played up front with a lad called Jack Lester, and you hit it off with a striker. You'll be certain strikers you bond with. We understood each other, and like I said, we had a spell there where we were on top of our game, and unfortunately they sold Jack to Nottingham Forest for quite a bit of money, and that's when I showed my arse, and I wanted out of there. Were you pissed off because they'd sold him? I was missing home and that, and Preston to Grimsby's a bloody miles away, and my lad was back.
Did you live in Grimsby at the time?
Yeah, lived in Grimsby, and then Wigan coming for me. I played against Norwich that season and played really well. You know, one of them games where anything goes right.
Yeah, you're flying.
Scored 2 goals, and obviously Wigan coming for me under Bruce Rioch. Now, Bruce Rioch used to manage Arsenal, so I thought this could be a dream move for me.
Because obviously Arsenal being your
second team,
being your Premiership team,
turn up for stereo, Arsenal top on.
So anyway, what a total disappointment that was.
Oh,
so I've left Grimsby and gone there, and not a manager that never came on the training ground. He didn't.
Really?
He had all these statistics. All you did was run. No any formation, nothing like that. It was horrible.
Sometimes you think like, how have their managers been so?
Well, yeah. There's another one in a minute I'll tell you about. But obviously then I moved back. I was living with my mate next to a boozer. So as you do, you're obviously on the drinking away, and I was injured at the time when I first went there.
Right.
And obviously he couldn't understand me, Bruce Rioch. Didn't get to know me. All he talked about was Paul Merson and all his Arsenal gurus that he managed. Did
he manage him after George Graham?
Yeah, he was one before Arsenal.
Yeah, I fell out with him, didn't he, I think?
Yeah. So anyway, you get weighed. You get weighed Monday, you get Friday, and obviously I'm not training, I'm injured. Your weight goes up. So he pulls me in, does this Bruce Rioch, and he starts, so I see your weight's going up, blah, 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 what are you doing? He said, do you like a drink? I said, well, no more than any other alcoholic. But I honestly was fucking about.
Joking.
Not honestly joking. Right? Yeah. I turned up for training next day. I've trained, and Alcoholics Anonymous are waiting for me in the car. I said, listen, it's a joke that's gone out of the blue here. I said, whoa, nowhere near like that. I like a beer, but I'm not having a problem with it. You know, anyway, it got cast away. Obviously, he left. Then Steve Bruce, and how he is managing in the Premiership is beyond me. He's the worst manager that's ever managed me. He's a big fat fuck, Steve Bruce.
Yeah.
And I fucking hated him with a
passion.
Like him. No.
Why?
Do you reckon he got a new...
He only goes to clubs for money and blah, blah, blah. And we used to do this run down this, like, I think it was a castle, like a a run.
Wigan Castle.
Yeah,
I've been
he
there.
goes round like that.
Such a liar.
He
It's
goes
not,
round
it's
like
not
that.
Wigan Castle.
He goes round like
Oh,
that.
it's Castleford in rugby.
And he used to run weirs. And at the time, there was an advert on telly called Belly's Gonna Get You. This big belly that used to
Yeah, I remember that.
eat people. No, you don't.
I do.
What about
Belly's gonna get you.
And that's what I used to sing. And it used to wind him up like, oh,
I wonder why he didn't like you.
I don't know. No idea, mate. Anyway, he never played me.
No.
Never played me. So if you're not in the side then, at match days, you ever be, it was all free.
Yeah.
So you may as well
Oh, yeah.
fill your boots. Like you do, fill your boots.
Yeah.
But he used to make you run after games. So if you weren't in 16...
So you drink the whole day and then have to run?
Listen, yeah. He'd do that, yeah. So I'd be 4 or 5 in and then go and run round pitch. Brilliant. That's what you want to do.
Yeah.
So this Pacific day, I thought, I'm not fucking running. I'll say I'm injured. So I've had a good blast upstairs. And this woman had a go at me, so I told her what I thought of her, which you do. It was only,
one of the fans had a go at you?
well, it was like a woman, I knew she was only related to the chairman.
What's the chairman
Dave
called?
Willen.
Dave
JJB guy.
Yeah, Dave.
Willen.
Anyway,
Good trainers there.
before
Good
you know
tennis
it,
player.
it was end
As we've heard on the other podcast.
It was end of season then, so I thought I need to sort myself out.
Yeah, next year.
And I got myself as fit as I could be, and I was fit. You know, Paul Jewell come in, what a manager he was, brilliant.
Yeah.
And I come back pre-season, and I was fit. First run, I battered them all.
Yeah.
Second day it was handicapped, so I went last, still won. And he pulled me in, Jagger, Paul Jewell. He went, no matter what you do, the chairman says I can't play you. I said, brilliant.
I'm
I'll go and
fit
have a
as
pint.
Really?
So that was me. I left and went down the non-league cut.
Was Jason Jarrett there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only player I've ever played with that couldn't do 10 keep-ups.
Yeah, you said that to me, yeah.
No, he's a good lad, Jay. He's obviously doing the referees.
Yeah, he was
And he's
saying,
done
weren't
alright. He's refereed a few of my teams recently.
No, he's not refereeing anymore.
Oh, is he not?
No, because like we talked about this before, but the FA brought in this rule where you couldn't referee any team that you'd played for,
Oh, that's ridiculous.
played against, or had any association with. So Jason was
He
like,
gives us fuck all when he referees me.
But Jason was like, well, out the 92,
Yeah.
there's like
Yeah.
60 odd
He's
that I
had a few,
can't.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, sorry.
Oh, well,
Sorry.
then
No,
I've
bad that,
What
innit?
a
I've never
joke.
played it league. I might be able to give it a go.
Yeah, you could be a
You'd
good
be
ref.
right, Rev. You'd
Can't
be able
ref.
to chase the ball around, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, that's all he does when he
Proper,
plays.
proper like eye to eye with ball all the way through the game. No foul.
You'd be good
Red
at
card.
that block with the cards like that.
Guys used to give it away all the time just so we could chase it back.
No better than Jarrett though. He's played a championship.
Never better than Jarrett. Stick up for my pal there.
Yeah, good lad, Jason.
Yeah, top man.
Yeah, sign lad, weren't he?
So that was it. Cards.
Done
Cards
then.
were on the table.
Done then. So I was coming up to the end of my contract.
Went to the beach.
Could have gone to Lincoln, play under Alan Buckley again. I thought, stitch that. I backed him.
How the fuck does he
He loved
keep
me.
signing
We had a love-hate relationship. He loved me.
you?
I
hated him.
No, he was a good manager though, mate. Honestly,
Yeah.
he was good. He knew how to handle me. Even
I suppose that's what you need, innit? You need someone who can,
Yeah.
say, who just knows how to manage you and get
Yeah.
the best out of you.
That's right. That's right.
So you've ended up, you've gone, you've had a couple of loan spells, Port Vale.
Well, listen, this is a good story about going to Port Vale under Brian Horton. Now, Brian Horton was supposed to be a lunatic.
Maniac, I've heard this
Absolutely
before.
fucking mental.
Yeah.
So I've gone in there a month's loan. And at the time, Premier League referees had to train with a certain club. And this is gospel truth, what I'm
I've
going
had
to tell
this,
you.
yeah.
Phil
Yeah.
Dowd, he trained with Port Vale. So usually on a Monday he'd come in and we do a fitness thing in the gym, that was it. This one Monday he's come in and we're doing 7-a-side having a game on the thing. And Phil Dowd's obviously joining in. So he used to hate referees as much as I did not me. He went, I said, put him on a different side to me. He went, right. He said, will you? I said, yes, I will. He went, I can't wait for this. So we turn into warm up, he pulls us in, and all Phil Down is talking about, on the next Sunday, he's managing his first ever Liverpool-Everton derby. He's boasting about it.
He's a bit up with our
I
arse.
thought, here we go.
Oh, no.
Here we go. So should we kick off?
I know, it's
10 minutes in, I've hit him with a horrendous tackle just below the knee. His shin opened up. There was a scar of about 7 or 8 inches, like blood pouring out of it. I went, he won't be fucking refereeing Sunday, will he? And he didn't.
No way.
And Nobby come up to him and went, that is fucking unbelievable.
What, he was proud of you?
Yeah.
But they always used to do that. Always referee would go and train with.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what they had to do.
I'm trying to think who we had coming to Bury. Quite a famous
they all had to,
referee.
yeah,
They
you
used
had
to
to.
come in once a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they had to keep up the fitness, didn't they, and go around the
Ryan
teams.
Rennie.
No, wait.
You'd know him, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I can't. I'll get his
Kalina.
name up.
Kalina.
What a tool.
White ball.
So you've smashed him that hard.
Yeah, he couldn't referee him that Sunday.
You've killed his career, then, haven't you?
Well, no, he carried on to do all right. Did he? End up doing
right.
quite a lot.
Did I?
Yeah, he refereed some good games, but I stopped him refereeing that game.
Did you not feel a bit tight after that, or were you?
No, Nobby was giving me high fives all week.
Really?
Yeah, I got in the side Saturday because of that.
So then, when you come back from your loans and
What, guys?
and you've gone to Southport.
Yeah, as a player
Seaside,
coach.
as a coach.
Under Mickey Walsh.
Did you always fancy managing?
I didn't through my career, but once I was coming, I thought, yeah, I fancy this.
But you're only quite young,
29,
30.
29, yeah, and I went there.
So you're young to drop out of, like,
Yeah,
after all them, like, no
I know.
disrespect, but out of all them big moves,
I'd had enough.
$500,000, 300
Yeah,
grand.
Buckley could have got a few more jobs, couldn't he?
Yeah. And then
But
you've ended up.
It's people talk about it now. You're getting down days, and then 2 years out at Wigan, it was.
Yeah, you're not
Was it?
enjoying it.
Yeah, wasn't enjoying it.
Was it
And
down?
it was affecting me. And
Was that in League Two when Paul Jewell came in?
League One. They got promoted the league that year to the championship.
Yeah, they got.
And away from
right,
football,
it was
it's not good going into training every day thinking you're not wanted.
Yeah, you don't want
you
to be there.
You have some horrendous days where people talk about it now and you depression and all that, and it does set in.
Did you have depression?
Oh yeah,
Did you?
Big time in them. That's why I packed in, because
Right.
it wasn't good for me.
You've got to enjoy it, haven't you?
Yeah, and then I had a lease of life at South under Mickey Walsh for a bit. He was a decent manager.
Southport in the National League then?
Yeah, the conference. We got relegated actually that year. I went there back probably last 10 games, but they were shit. Honestly, proper shit. And then obviously we went into Conference North and we started really well. Won first 4 games, and then we lost a few, and then he got sacked and Liam Watson come in, who I'd played with at Preston.
Yeah. So how did you find the difference there? Like we've asked it quite a few times, from obviously professional to non-league.
Obviously, first thing everyone will say is fitness.
Yeah.
And the professionalism of it as it goes along, but to be honest, there's some good players in
I
that
always
league,
thought
mate,
that.
who should be playing a lot higher.
Did you enjoy it more because the pressure was off you a little bit?
Yeah. It never really affected me personally as pressure. It just affects you away from football when you're not in the dressing room. Because I've always been in dressing rooms with lads, and I like the crack, mate. And when that's gone, you think, what's the point? You know what I mean? And that's why, as a manager, I try and get good cracking dressing room.
Yeah.
Part of the.
I think that's one of the most.
I can confirm
things. Yeah, you can confirm.
Well, come on, then, you tell me some stories about me, guys.
Yeah, well, I've been told off an anonymous source
Go on.
with the
Anonymous
initials of GM
GM.
to ask you about, first name's George.
Melly.
To ask you about are you the only player in world history to get given an orange card in a game?
Yeah, good story.
Remember at Kendal?
Yeah.
What's an orange card?
Oh, I'll let you know. Our player manager. And obviously it's hard to be player manager.
Yeah.
And this specific day we're at home, I think. And to be fair, one of the referees I quite got on with, to be fair, was reffing. And I've gone in with keeper. Like, if you've got a 50-50 or a 60-40 in keeper's favour, I used to be like birthday lights to me. But, here we go, happy days. And I've gone over the top at keeper just before half time. I thought, oh, shit,
2 foot in his chest, he said.
Yeah, just below his chin. Ball bounced out. I thought, why have I? You always forget to know you've done it. Why, you idiot? Next week, ref comes up to it. I went, ref, do me a favour. Don't send me off, and I'll take myself off at half time. And he went, I'll give you an orange. Then I said, what's an orange? And he gave me a yellow light, and
Really,
thank God for that.
I give you an orange card.
Yeah, fair play to him.
So you take yourself off at half
Yeah,
time?
I took myself off. Silly boy.
So how did you lead then into obviously being a being a manager at quite a young age. Did you just
still playing for
player
a bit, weren't you?
manager?
Yeah, I went to Kendal actually from Southport, and I played under a manager called Tony Ashcroft. I still speak to Tony every day.
Right.
That's how much respect I have from him. And he, for 2 years, he could talk shite and make you think you're the world's best player. And he were good. And we had 2 successful seasons there.
So were you playing at
Yeah.
Kendal?
Yeah, playing up top. In the first year in the Everstick North, we got to playoffs and got beat away at Telford.
Yeah.
Where there's about 3,000 on. And the following season we got promoted. And then that season we started in the Everstick Prem and struggled. Tony got ill, so the chairman offered me the job. I was 31, I think. Probably
So
third
still
from
really
bottom.
young, that, innit?
Yeah,
Still
third from
really
bottom.
young.
And that was it. I was addicted then, and I loved every minute of it.
So would you say, have you enjoyed the managing
Yeah,
more than the playing?
100%.
How do you feel
Have you?
Ash, how do you feel when you win a game as a manager as opposed to a player? Is it better?
Yeah, miles better because
Is
all
it?
week.
I can't understand
Because
that.
you've done
as
it, I
a
suppose.
player.
No, you have
your
done it though.
decisions.
As a
I
player,
can't see that.
As a player, you only really think about that game probably 24 hours before.
Yeah, you're right.
Whereas a manager, you're thinking a week in advance, if you know what I mean. I know my team is safe for this Saturday coming now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As a player, you didn't really think about
Yeah.
that game until probably the Friday before the Saturday.
It's everything that's gone into it, all the week's training
Yeah.
and stuff like that. As a player, you're right. You just think about it. That's what I think about it on the
And as a
day.
player, I'm not joking. Some teams I've played for, if you get beat, who gives a
Yeah, some of them are
monkeys?
arsed.
As a manager, mate, I don't
Affects
sleep.
you.
Like last night, we got beat in the FA Cup, and I probably didn't get to sleep till 3 in the morning.
Oh, yeah, I was just going to mention that because I think when you're playing, you don't actually realise how much, especially like an FA Cup game, means to the club and the manager.
it.
It's finances, isn't it? Like
That's
them
totally
games
right.
can make that club. They can finance it for the next 5-10 years,
Yeah,
can't
if
it?
you get the right draw and you get it's the first time ever Longest Town this season have qualified for the FA Cup, which is brilliant. We managed to win the first game against Kendal Town. I think we won 6-1. That generates £2,700 for the club.
Yeah.
So that's banked now. We drew Charn at Richard away last Saturday and drew 1-1. Brought them back to ours last night.
600 fans.
Yeah, which is unbelievable for the
Quality.
standards we're at.
So I know you were saying five years you've been there
Yeah.
as manager, and you've gone from 30 fans.
Yeah, 30 when I first took
So
over.
last night-
Last night there were 600. And how proud am I as a manager?
Yeah,
if
fantastic.
If that happens.
I've got one more story for you from
my
Mr.
God.
the anonymous George Mellin.
Go on.
He said, what happened when you went away at, I forgot what they're called now. This team in Leeds. Guiseley. And the first season took over when you stayed up.
Yeah.
And Guiseley needed like a win or something. And you end up going there and beating them, and you stay there for a drink around Guiseley after.
What a rough place that is.
Yeah.
But we'd already, in my first season, and we obviously to stay up,
Yeah.
we had to stay up, and we did. So
Yeah.
going to Guiseley, we didn't need to win, and they need to win. I think to go up or below anyway. I fielded a young side, we ended up winning.
Yeah, lots of Scousers and that.
So we've ended up having a drink on bus. It was a bus, and there's we're driving back to motorway. We're looking for a stop off, and there's this boozer there. I thought we can't go in there. Do you know when a boozer looks rough thing? I thought there's no chance. So anyway, so I walked in and I said to her, "Are we all right to have a drink?" And she went, "Yeah, if you behave." And honestly, you look round, I thought we're in trouble here.
Really?
Right, we look right ruffians.
Yeah.
So anyway, all had a beer and that. And she shouted me over. She went, "Yard of ale?" I went, "Pardon?" She went, "Yard of ale for everyone." I said, "You'll do for me." And she gave us 3 yards of ale, and they all had to make it and that. And
quality.
we spent a few hours there, and
Did
what
ya?
a good trip that was.
Yard of ale.
Yeah, he said it was mental. That George said it like
Yeah, it
all
was.
Scousers and stuff. Everyone just mingling together.
Yeah,
and
it was good.
Got a really good
It
camaraderie.
was good, and that obviously it come to the end of the season and
Pushed
we
on
won again.
next 2 years, didn't you?
And that's
Playoffs
when I
twice.
brought you in.
Playoffs
Brilliant.
twice.
So what does the future hold then for you? What are you looking for? Are you looking, obviously I know you love it, but are you looking to work yourself up the managerial ladder?
Obviously I've got myself in a few troubles over the last few years. I've been good as gold for last 6 years, and I'm building something at Longridge which I think I can take them quite a lot higher, you know.
Right.
I've got a decent side this season, but the emphasis this season is to stay in the division as
Yeah.
we've just got into the Premier Division of the North West Counties.
Brilliant.
And have you got any advice for any young aspiring managers?
Who,
I've
like?
spoke to Adam Morning,
Oh,
Mickey Morrison.
oh.
He said, have you got any advice for a pair of clueless cunts from Bayern? He said.
The actual
I spoke to him today.
Yeah, the actual text message
Go on.
that Gaz got was, ask Ashy,
Yeah.
this is off Adam Morning, ask Ashy if he's got any advice for me and Mozza at Padiham for two clueless cunts. That's exactly what you
To be fair, I managed Mozza last year.
Great lad.
I brought Mozza in last year as my captain.
Yeah.
Right? And I knew that I had to manage Mozza a bit different to others, because you do.
He's a bit like you, innit? He can lose his head.
Yeah.
Can lose his head.
And you got two lunatics in one team.
Yeah.
And sometimes it doesn't work. But fair play to Mozza, he come in and was brilliant. Made him captain.
Yeah.
Good player, Mozza.
And he got the lads together. And to be fair, we did miss him when he went on to be manager at Padiham. If he carries on being like he's doing, he might end up back with me. But anyway, fair play. Anyway, this one Pacific day, night, should say, we're playing Blackpool at home. And I've never shouted at him, because you can't these days. I've been told I can't shout at players. If I was being like I manage you guys, we'd be in trouble. So anyway, about 20 minutes, no, probably a bit later, 30 minutes into the game, we've got a free kick just in front of me. And he should just pass it to right back and away we go. He took his time, Mozza took his time. I said, what's he fucking doing? Next minute, he hit the ground and put them on the attack. So I've only shouted, fucking hell, Mozza, what the fuck? Then his fucking head's flown off. Fucking hell, he stopped playing. Fucking their manager said, he's fucking lost the plot. Half time goes, captain's arm belt goes down on the floor, and I says to Key, my assistant, it'll kick off here at half time. No word of a
So
lie.
you were walking back in thinking,
thinking,
fuck, it's going to
me,
kick off
here we
here.
go. I'm going to be brawling again. So I walked in the dressing room. I thought I'd give him a couple of minutes just in case. And I walk in the dressing room and he's there. And all I can see, he's got his back to me with his underpants on, and his white boxers on, Mozza. Same boxers every week. Mozza.
Yeah. Lucky boxes.
I don't think he washes them. And he turned around. I went, Mozza, what the fuck are you doing? He turned around and he had all his boxers and his knobs sticking out at the bottom of the boxers.
Good cock, man.
And I thought, do you know, you just fucking think, I don't know what to say. And he turned around, that's me done, and fucking walked past me and went, and make sure you give me my wages.
With his dick hanging out.
You know, he got dressed by this time, guys, and he's gone through the dressing room. I thought, fucking brilliant. So I thought, what do I do? Because he's a fucking good lad.
Yeah, he's a good
lad.
I didn't want to fall out with him, blah, blah, blah. So I let it rest today, and I rang him on Thursday. I thought he'd blank me, and I spoke to him, and he was all right. He was back, and
He come back.
and he got his boxes sorted.
Good lad.
Fucking brilliant.
Fucking brilliant. So, can't remember what we're going to go on to next.
I don't know, mate.
There's not about asking you, is there?
You know, guys, you're supposed to be cold. All these old guys at the moment.
Yeah.
Rubbish. It's like
You
when I'm here with
to-
Jordan.
People like to speak. Actually, like to let them speak.
Yeah.
So you
Well,
can
it's
find
like
out how full of
this,
shit
isn't
they
it?
are.
It's like when I'm here with Jordan. It's just like, might as well do it on my own. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, do it on your own, pal. You can get your own lift next time. I'm driver.
Hey, mate, but it's been an absolute pleasure, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's been great to listen to
top.
stories. But, just one thing. You got picked for England
Yeah.
under 21s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a few years ago.
Yeah, should touch on this. And you had quite a special roommate,
Yeah, Andy Cole I room with.
Andy Cole.
For a week, and it was unbelievable.
Really?
Because all he did for the week was slag George Graham off. He didn't know me from Adam, obviously. I wasn't a young kid out of Preston, and it was a pleasure because he was a right nice lad and
Comes across all right.
brilliant bloke. And,
What a career to go on and to have as well.
Yeah.
Fucking-
It's mine to his, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
he
but
was a fantastic footballer.
Was he a good player then, though?
Very
Because
good. he could finish.
Sharp.
He'd been released from Arsenal, didn't he? And
Yeah.
we were talking before. Went to Bristol City,
yeah.
and then
And obviously then went
Man
on to-
United. And that's what I wanted to touch on. I don't think we can finish the podcast without talking about Bury.
Oh.
We're hoping to get Nicky Adams on the phone, live on the phone in a few minutes. But obviously, you know, as a manager, and you work with the chairman, you work with the club directors and things like that. You know, you've got a budget and you know what wages you can pay players and how that club is going to run and survive. And I think for the most part of it, people can't believe that a League One club like Bury just won promotion this has happened.
It's a sad day for football, isn't it? You know what I mean? Even the level I know what I have to work with. I've done the wages on the way down here today, but for a team like Bury, it's devastating because I think I made my league debut at the club. Obviously, we used to go there and play against FC United at that ground. It's a fantastic ground. The pitch was always sublime to play on, and you've seen them on the news. The fans are devastated.
Yeah,
they followed them. They spent loads of money over the years, followed them home and away, and like I said, I'm feeling for him right now.
I'm saying as you. I made my debut for Bury. Yeah.
One of my mates once ran across it on Boxing Day in a chicken suit as well. In a roundabout FC United
So
game.
you made your debut at Bury.
Yeah.
I made my debut at Bury.
Where did Gaz?
One of Gaz's mates ran across Big Lane in a fucking chicken suit.
New Year's Day. He'd been on a thrower.
Exactly.
And he ran me against FC United. He ran across it with a chicken suit.
That's foul.
It's on film. It's on video.
Is it?
Yeah. Sean Kelly is called.
But like memories like that, I cannot believe. Like if. Fingers crossed. I've heard rumours, and I don't know whether it's true. I've heard rumours that the EFL are in a meeting today, and supposedly there's a deal on the table, and people have signed a petition by saying, "Well, if there's a deal on the table, why can't
give them time?
Yeah, give them a little bit more time."
The latest is.
What's the latest? Come on, shit, Tash.
They've refused to rescind their decision.
The what?
The EFL have refused to rescind their decision on Bury's expulsion from the Football League.
Right, so at the minute they're not going to go back. But you've got to think though, if there's a chance of survival, and it's going to take 48 hours, then surely you'd hope to God that they give them time.
It's not just the players, sorry, Gaz, and the fan. It's the people that work behind the scenes.
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, it is.
Someone mentioned doing like a charity game just to pay the people the wages, which would be. You don't want to give money to the club and it going straight to that bloody idiot's back pocket.
That's right.
That's what you don't want to do.
Yeah, you've got to look after people.
You can't even bloody have a share of them going.
But that's the thing. Like he has got a lot of stick, and I don't know what's going on. But you've got to look at what happened before he came in. There was a massive. They were massively in debt before they came in. They had something like 40 odd pros.
Yeah, on the good money as well.
On really good money.
2 years ago.
A lot more money than what was coming in.
And like you say, that's the chairman's who, at the end of the day, it's him that runs the company or the business.
Yeah.
And you've got to live within your limits.
Yeah, true.
That's the thing. Well, fingers crossed. Obviously, if hopefully by the end of today or tomorrow we can get some good news. But I don't think we could. We couldn't not mention
No, but it is a sad time.
On. Yeah. Well, there's fingers crossed for the Shakers
finding
fans
members as well.
Pardon?
Were they one at finding members or?
I think
Been around for
134 years or so they've been going. Yeah. I know. Never mind. But anyway, Lee, it's been an absolute pleasure travelling, pal. Loving your stories.
Top man.
Great to see you, and all the best.
And also, can we put it that we've sorted the deal out for next season?
We have, yeah. You just need to sign
this,
guys.
As long as you don't take a training up that hill in Kendal.
No, I promise I won't. No. I've got a better hill, actually.
It's got a bigger one.
Yeah.
Gaz says
Wigan Castle.
He'll sign as long as he gets paid on a Saturday and he can go out every Saturday night.
Play home games on a Friday night as a team that used to do that.
Yeah, we could do that.
Welsh League play on a Friday night. That's class. You get all your weekend.
Can we do this?
Well, we can sort something out. Tell John I will sort it.
Sorry, John and Bernard, if you're listening, Gaz is leaving next season. Anyway, Gaz, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Quiet,
he has been quiet. Fucking quiet on the pitch, quiet on the podcast. I think he was a bit nervous.
No,
I'm not quiet.
It's that quiff.
I don't know what to do, mate.
It's a quiff.
I don't know what to do with
fucking Quiff Richard. Look at him.
Go to the other side if you want.
Don't put it other side. You need to cover that fucking.
That's better.
Yeah, I get better like that, right?
Yeah,
sorted.
actually, it does look better.
Come on, podcast them, yeah, it's been sorted.
Take a look picture. At that. You are receding quite a lot there on this.
That's why the other side.
Let's not bring it up. Gaz, absolute pleasure, pal. Thank you for coming in today.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, pal, and hopefully see you again, Lee. Absolute pleasure.
Thanks, mate.
Right, thank you very much.